So I thought today I might talk about one of the places where I could have saved a lot of money when I first started my practice. When the first couple of years that I was in practice, I was doing things completely on my own. I didn't have a mentor or anything, so I had to learn everything completely on my own. And I learned everything the hard way, which I really learned things quite well when I did learn them, but unfortunately I lost a lot of money as I was doing so. So I kind of thought that one of the bigger lessons I learned, I thought I could impart to some of you who are either thinking about starting a practice or whom are maybe in your first year or so. And maybe you can use this information to your advantage so you don't have to make the same mistake that I did. So one of the bigger places that you spend a majority of your money is on your medications. And as I've discussed before, I'm in large animal practice, and since we're more of a preventative medicine type of practice, so we spend a lot of money on vaccines. But I would think that even if you're in a different type of large animal practice or even on the small animal side, I would assume most of you probably spend a lot of money on vaccines too. So there's a trick that you can use to save a lot of money on vaccines and other medications too. So the way you do that is, number one, talk to your reps. Your reps are an extremely good source of information to help you figure out how to save money, and they know a lot of stuff to help you educate yourself in general about how to use these products, just on the medical side as well. But the big thing is they can help you learn how to, I hate to say it, work the system. I think when I first started out, I just took everything at face value. If there was a price on a bottle of a vaccine, I just paid that price. It turns out you don't have to pay that price. Most of the practices who have been around for a while do not pay that price, and I didn't understand that. They reward you for buying in bulk, and if you understand the proper way of going about doing that, you do get rewarded for it. So once I understood that you do get rewarded for buying in bulk, the next problem I ran into is I didn't have the money to do it. So on the equine side, the time of year where you get rewarded is when the AAEP conference comes around. Sorry, just bump the camera around. So the AAEP conference is in, well, they've changed it around a little bit, but it's in usually December. So they always have the good deals in December. So I think it was my second or third year, once I figured out that if I could buy a bulk of my vaccines during this conference, I could save a lot of money on them. But the problem was I didn't have any money. So it took me another year or two after that to realize the next trick, which is the companies will finance you if you buy during these times. So once again, had I talked to my reps, the reps know this, and they can inform you of this. So, you know, it's hard when you don't have a mentor teaching you these things. So that was the position I was in. I did have to figure out a lot on my own. So what I would recommend to someone who's first starting out, the biggest disadvantage that you are at, and there's no way around this, is you don't know what your volume's going to be on the customer side. It does take a couple years to not only build up your customer base, but to kind of understand how many vaccines are you going to go through in a year, how many bottles of X medication are you going to go through in a year. So when these deals do come around each year, you know exactly how much to buy, especially when there's expiration dates on it, especially the vaccines. You don't want to buy a ton and then they expire, because that's a giant waste of money. But when these deals do come around, you want to take advantage of them, because you can have serious savings on them, which really help you out when it comes to actually getting a profit on your business. And there's nothing wrong to doing this. This is actually the right way to do it. It's just that I did not understand that this was even an option the first couple of years. So I hope that was helpful. I just, it's just something that you don't know if no one tells you. So if you have any questions, definitely contact me, and post anything below if you want to. Okay, bye.